Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to show you guys the best PK Brave build that you can possibly run right now. I do think that this deck is the best deck to play. It's not only just a Scythe lock. I mean, it's going to win you a lot of games, but it's just very versatile. It plays through a lot of stuff. You don't auto lose to Nib. Lancia does kind of hurt you a little bit, but you can still play through Lancia. But we'll get right into the deck profile. So we got 3 Torn Scales, 3 Boots, we got 2 Cloak, 1 Stained Greaves, 1 Ragged Gloves. This is like the standard lineup of PK that you should be running. A lot of times people cut out maybe like a Stained Greaves or a glove. They are needed in the combo. It does come up, and you're gonna wish that you were running them when it does come up. And I'm gonna show you like maybe a few little combos or so, just some lineup plays. But the deck basically does the same thing every time you play it. You make Cherubini and try to go full combo, or if you're going second, you try to break your opponent's board, simplify game state, maybe kill them, and then you just win from there. So we got 3 Enchantress, you got the 1 Griffin Rider. Enchantress is pretty crazy. From hand or grab, you banish her to add right, which is what gets you your Brave token and the continuous spell on board if you didn't open it. And if you have like multiple of these in hand, you can special summon her if you control a Brave token. If you have another level 3, you can go into your Cherubini play. We got 2 Psychic, Builder and Tracker. This extender is definitely needed for the combos. You want to run as many extenders as you can, but deck space is a little tight. I'll try to keep it at 40 at all times because you want to see your stuff. You got the Seer and the Graph. These are definitely needed for Cherubini. You don't have to run them, but this just gets you into like an instant Rusty play. And then you have the Cherubini brought back, which allows you to link up. You got the 1 Scythe, Dasher, Celestial, very standard. That's it for the monster lineup. Now we're going to get into the spells. We got the 3 Rights, 1 Draco back, 1 Faithful. Again, the standard lineup for Brave or Adventurer, whatever you want to say. This card just lets you summon the token, add Faithful, and then when you do, you can use this effect to add Griffin, but you have to pitch a card from hand. A lot of times you don't mind the discard fodder, but when you special summon a monster, normal or special, you can take the equip spell and add it to your hand. So you can do like a play after that, proc effect to grab the equip spell, and then you can search for your Griffin Rider. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can equip it to a Brave token you control or Adventurer token. So it's just free discard fodder basically. It does come up a lot. The best spell right now for negation in the game, 3 droplets. I wouldn't run this deck if you cannot get droplets. I mean, you can run Chalice, but it's just not the same. It just kills things that, like Dragoons, anything that just can't be targeted with sort of card effects, it completely wipes it. The Mirror Match, it can stop you from losing a Scythe or any kind of Scythe lock. It just blows out combo. It's probably one of the best cards in the game right now. Double E-Telly. This card's not that important. I might cut it to 1. You don't really want to get rid of a lot of hand fodder because you need stuff to discard a lot. And this card is just basically a 1-for-1. You activate a special one from deck. Yeah, it gets you to your combo, but sometimes you have hands where you don't want to discard a lot of cards. So I might cut this to 1, but I have talked about maybe running one Nyan, the virtual card, just to kind of see some sort of like recursion and it's going further in the combo. We got the 1-ups, we got the Foolish. I run 1 Fusion Destiny. 2 is not needed. If you open it and see it, great. If not, you always have Verte. So this at 1 is perfect. You don't have to worry about breaking on it or top decking after you've already used it. The 1 Reinforcements. And I run the 1 Twin Twister. I think 1 back row removal is needed in the format. You just don't want to lose to like a top deck mine or something. And the Twister is great if you see it going second against a lot of decks. It just kind of blows out the back row. It comes up a lot. When it does come up, it hurts. For the traps, 3 Fog Blade, 1 Wing, 1 Shade. This is the standard lineup. This is what you should be running if you're running the deck. The Wings comes up, of course, Fog Blade during your combo. Shade comes up every time. But this, don't run anything less or more. This is the perfect standard lineup of them. Some people do run Sword or whatever instead of Wings. It's just more perfect thing. But as long as you have at least 4 traps is special. And of course Shade is definitely needed. So we'll get into the extra deck. I run 1 Levy. Some people run 2 and they go into the Draco play, which is okay. You know, it helps, but again, you lose to droplets if you go that route. You will always lose to droplets unless you have like maybe a Fog Blade or 2 set. The Levy basically just keeps you from banishing your guys when you get to a certain point in the combo, which I'll show you like a standard line of play of what this deck does. And it sets up for your turn 3 play, because you go first, part goes second, you go third. Third turn, basically just lets you just take the game. I run the 2 Break Sword. At 2 is perfect because I run the Raiders Knight plus the Arc Rebellion. This just allows you to double Break Sword, which is pop 2, and then also set up for like a little Swift OTK if you're able to drop list the board and they have a lot of monsters out, and then you just kind of play through everything. You just go Arc Rebellion, and a lot of times he's going to be bumped up to 12 to 15,000 attack, and that just kills him. You just win. That's it for the Xyz. You have the 1 Verte, 1 Phoenix Enforcer standard. I'm very surprised that they didn't ban. Sorry, I'm just focusing the camera. I'm very surprised they didn't ban Verte. They should have, but it's whatever, I guess. The Link Spider, you get the Dagda. Link Spider is very important. Helps you play through those turn 1 nibs or game 1 nibs if they have it. It's just a nib extender and part of the combo too. So you got the Dagda, Cherry Beanie. It's the best card in the whole deck. I can see decks running this in the future just for like a little, like if they run a lot of level 3s, just kind of go into it and extend. We do run the 1 Dark Charmer. I cut Zeus for this because Zeus never comes up, and by the time that he does come up, I'm locked in the darks with like Break Sword. There's never there's never like a opportunity to really make Zeus and threaten with Zeus, because you're already blowing through their resources and just trying to kill them. The Dark Charmer is insane in the mirror match. Anything that runs darks, it's insane. It forces like a negate for them to react. If they don't have it, then they're going to get blown out because you just summon the monster in attack mode. I've taken people's access code talkers with this. I've taken like big monsters, like you take the Cherry Beanie in the mirror and you make access code yourself if you want to. It's a really good card. I got the one Rusty. Of course, you have to run the one up. I'm surprised they brought him back because he's really broken. The one Nightmare Unicorn, one access code, completely needed in the deck. You can easily make it. Unicorn threatens removal, then you just bring out access code. And you have the one Appaloosa. Comes up if you have like the crazy turn one hand where you can make her, you can end on her with like the full combo. But I'll show you like a little line of play. Let's just say our hand, theoretically speaking, let's just say we open something like this. Just these three in hand. Right. So what you're going to do, you're going to activate, right? Just going to summon the token. We'll just use this as a token. And then you're going to get the continuous spell and place it on the field. There goes a grave. Right here. And this is like, if you just open a kind of a crap hand, you don't want to do this effect yet because you're going to add the equip spell. So what you're going to do is you're going to special out, since you control a Venture token, special her out, proc effect to add the equip spell. To hand. And we're going to play like, you know, they have Nib in hand. So we're going to go ahead and proc Fateful Adventure. And we're going to add Griffin. Now we have to send one from hand, so we're going to send Draco back. Draco back's going to proc to equip to the token. You want to put the token in the far left slot on your monster zone. I would actually special summon her like underneath the EMZ on the right side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to special summon Griffin Rider effect special right beside the token. And we're going to normal summon Torn Scouts. And we're going to link summon. Let me move this down just a little bit so we can see everything. There we go. Link summon Cherry Beanie. Cherry Beanie effect to send. We're going to send Graph here. The Graph to special Seer. Then we're going to link off into Rusty. Seer effect's going to proc. You're going to special Cherry Beanie. You want to special him underneath Rusty. You don't want to block up your two link zones here. So now we're going to do Rusty's effect. To send a monster and then set a spell trap. So we're going to send Ancient Cloak. We're going to set Shade. We're going to proc Ancient Cloak's effect to banish itself to add Boots. And then Rusty effects go to proc. So special. Now right here, this isn't the best hand. We still have 2 other cards in hand. I was going to show you what you can do with just 3 cards. The Silent Boost in hand, you want to special it, since you control a Phantom Knights card. You can't do Rusty's effect. You could, but it's really not. It's not needed. At this point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna overlay into levy effects. You want to send Boots to special cloak, and then you want to link these off to go into Dagda. Then you activate Shade, and since you activated a card on the field, you chain Dagda effect. This gets you your Scythe to set it. You summon this, link off the Link Spider, which is one of the most important pieces to the combo. It always will be. And now from here, you're going to make Verte. Now, since we only had this to 3 cards in hand, we couldn't go the full Appaloosa combo because you would have like you would have a trap engrave that you can banish a special. So here you would make Appaloosa with these 2, and you would banish trap to special 1 and then make Verte. So you would have Appaloosa for 2 with the Verte. So right here, what I would do is make Verte using these 2, because you're going to be down 2,000 life. So you don't want to like leave really anything out that's going to get attacked over and kill you if it happens. You're going to do Verte effect now to send the one of Fusion Destiny, if I can find it. There it is. Send the Fusion Destiny, and then you send the materials. I shuffled. I'm so used to playing that I just shuffle without thinking. So you send the 2 materials, special summon the DPE, and what I would go ahead and do before you end turn is banish your Boots since you haven't activated the effect. Go ahead and grab a Fog Blade. And that's pretty much the standard board that this deck always makes. This is the board. So you set the Fog Blade. Before you end turn, do DPE pop itself in Verte. This is what I do. Affected DPE. Don't forget that. That way you get the little 500 monster off board. Stand my phase DPE comes back. You don't want to shotgun this effect because you don't want to get gamma. You want to let them summon a monster. Depending on the matchup, if they like are playing shadows or something, you know, you don't really know, but realistically you don't want to shotgun the effect. You don't want to run into gamma or an imperm or something. Let them summon a monster, and then you go affect the DP to see what they do. Sometimes people will shotgun droplets, and you can't respond to droplets, but if they didn't send a trap card, which happens a lot, then you can chain your Fog Blade after they send the materials if they didn't send a trap, and say target your Shade, or not your Shade, but your Rusty, and then chain affected DP to Fog Blade and pop your Scythe, and that gets you out of there. It happens a lot. You just have to pay attention to what they discard as cost. You always tell your opponent, ask your opponent to pay costs, and just see what they pay. But this is it. You just make the Scythe lock, get Scythe out effect, and once the Scythe locks them, it's game. Depending on what they're playing. They're playing Eldlik, you know, too bad. But you have enough on board to threaten the element board. With DPE and this negating plus this bouncing, it's enough to wipe whatever they're going to do. So then you have your Destiny draw next turn plus whatever you top deck. So that's pretty much the standard combo or the standard line of play for this deck. But depending on your hand, you can end on the opposite as well, since they got some good support. And also some pack openings coming up. But yeah, just like and subscribe, and thank you guys.